Hello from Gardening at Douentza here in Ireland, and I'm here again with Dimitri from the Green Nerd channel.
Link up above.
Definitely link up above. And Dimitri has a lot of orchids on his green wall in his channel, and this video is about orchids and my orchids in bloom and spike. So if you like this video, then you really must check out Dimitri's channel and subscribe.
Well, she has more exciting stuff happening now than me, but yes, please do check out my channel.
Okay, so here we are, and these are all of my orchids that are in bloom or spike at the moment, and we're going to talk through them.
Alright.
So what do you see that's of interest, Dimitri?
Well, this one right next to me. This is Iwanagaara Appleblossom.
Oh yeah.
And that's a really famous one. I think most of orchid growers on YouTube must have had that one at some point, and I really understand why the flowers are really pretty. That's a really nice combination of colors. Although it's not a species.
Do you get a scent from it?
A little bit. It's sweet. It's hard to describe actually. It's not an apple scent.
Okay.
You would think. But yeah, it has a sweet quality to it, and the plant looks really healthy. And well, yeah, that's a nice spike. I mean, with 5 blooms. Yeah. How long has it been going?
Oh, a long time.
All right.
More than a month, certainly.
All right. That's really good for a Cattleya.
Yeah.
Good value for money, people. All right.
Okay.
Your turn.
All right. So the one I want to talk about is this one over here that likes to fall over. So I'm going to talk about it and take it off the table. And this is Prosthechea cochleata.
Right.
Which I've grown from a seedling. And it's quite a sizable plant.
It is.
Just turning around so we can look at the pseudobulbs here and the smaller ones in here. That's how it started out. Now it does need a repotting. But
how old is it?
8 years, 9
oh,
years.
Right,
yeah. It needs repotting, but there we go. And some people don't like these flowers, but I like them.
I find them really interesting.
Because it's a
I never smelled them.
Have a sniff.
Yeah. Well, it's not a strong fragrance anyway, so wouldn't overwhelm anybody.
Okay, I'm going to put that one down here. Okay, do you want to tell us about a second one then?
Well, I'll leave that one for you because I really love it really much. Well, I'll go... So, that one maybe?
Okay.
That's a Brassia, you told me?
Mm-hmm.
Brassia verrucosa. Oh, it's a species. Right. Brassia verrucosa. And it's the first flowering for you. And and you can see how the buds are elongated. That's really interesting buds.
Yeah.
Maybe like that you can see the size of them. They will get bigger, I guess.
I guess. Well, it's the first flowering, so I don't know, but I imagine. Yeah. But it's nice. I'm gonna link.
Looking really promising.
Yeah. And I'll link to the video where I got this plant up above, so people can see. I can't remember now off the top of my head how long ago, but yeah. Okay, so next thing I want to talk about is here, the Psychopsis. And this Psychopsis was bought at the Dresden Orchid Show in spike, so I can't take credit for the spike, but it is going to bud very soon. And despite the fact that the spike has grown towards the light on numerous occasions and I've turned it, so I don't know how that's going to pan out eventually, but it looks like I will have flowers, so it's very good. And take in comparison to that one, this one that we unboxed together when you were here last October.
Oh yeah, right, I remember.
And we have a little growth starting on that one there, but it's not clear
it's hard to tell so far, yeah. Could be both of them. But that one has quite has more pseudobulbs than this one.
True,
so, yeah.
true. Yeah, there's 5.5 in there. So.
Right, yeah.
So that's exciting.
Yeah. So that's a Disa. So I guess that's an Uniflora hybrid.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's a really pretty pinky red, and look at the size of the bloom. And it's my hand. I don't have particularly big hands, but
well, it's not open fully yet as well.
Right. We'll get that open today, I guess.
Yeah.
It was in bud for a long time, and you gave me some Disas. Although not that one you told me.
How are they doing?
They're doing great, but they're at that size, so I don't think I will have any flower soon. Maybe next year if I grow them well this year, but I mean that's impressive.
Yeah. I like the Uniflora ones because the size of the flowers.
Of course,
so
yeah.
good.
And since they propagate vegetatively, that's a hard word to say, you tend to have a lot after a few years. And I was telling you a few days back that you could try to put some in your Sarracenias planters to see if they come back. With the Sarracenias that would look quite impressive.
Yeah.
And since you have so many, you can spare some if the winter gets really bad. But they're actually quite hardy, right? Well, above freezing, I guess, but...
I suppose we had a mild winter. Or I could put them in the Sarracenia bed with summer and then lift them, indoors. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's great. An annual plant, and it dies every year, but it sends up like shoots.
Yeah.
But the shoots are true to the parent.
All
so
right.
it must be that it's like propagating from vegetatively. But I just thought that was really quite interesting. At the beginning, couldn't get my head around how the new shoots could still be the cultivar.
All right.
And now I'm going to talk about Sharry Baby over here. And it was Dimitri who noticed the spike on this one. I didn't.
I think it was you.
Was it me?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, you see, I'm better than I think then. But this is one, it's an Oncidium. And it has a lovely flower that smells of vanilla and chocolate, and it has never flowered for me. And when I featured it recently, somebody mentioned that it needed more light, so I moved it to, well, a shaded south-facing window, and I have a spike. So whether that's happened quickly as a result of my action or whether it was going to flower anyway, I've no idea. But the flower spike is welcome anyway. So that's great. All right, so what do we have next?
Well, we have here Phragmipedium, but you don't have a tag in that one, so you have to tell me which one.
Pearcei.
So it's a species one. Is it the one with the red flower?
No, it's kind of brownie flower.
Brownie flower, all right.
And whiskers. Whiskers.
But, well, the plant is also really looking really healthy. You can see here new roots developing on the shoots. And, well, it's a lovely plant. That plant is looking good, even without the flowers.
Yeah. I think this one's claim to fame is that it's a small Phragmipedium.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Because they get enormous, don't they? They really do.
Yeah, maybe a candidate for my green wall. Maybe. Just to try out one.
Yeah.
The day it's enormous and you divide it, think of me.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, very good. I think now I'm going to, I forgot about this.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is Coelogyne ochraceae, the orange variety. That label is upside down, and I bought it recently in Spike at the Orchid Show. And the scent, which is amazing, and smells a bit like honey. There's something of honey.
Honey and jasmine, big mixed together, but it's not overwhelming. It's a really, really delicate smell.
And it's been flowering for a good long time now.
Well, Dresden was quite a long way back.
No, this wasn't Dresden. This is the Dublin Orchid Show.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I remember the video. Yeah.
So, but as Dimitri pointed out, the pseudobulbs are quite shriveled. So, well, they were shriveled when I got them, but they're definitely more shriveled now. So.
Well, it's using a lot of energy to put in these spikes, but maybe after it flowers, look at have a look in the pot to see
how
the root system is doing. And
well, I can see that the roots actually, you know, they go around the edge of the pot.
Yeah.
But they look very thin, like they don't look great.
Do you think they're dead roots?
Possibly.
I can't say. I don't want to pull something that's alive. Not in somebody else's orchids.
No, do that with your own.
Yeah. Alright then. Next one is an Encyclia. Well, Prosthechea, Encyclia. I mean, they're all basically a bit the same. Just the botanist seems to have quite a game at orchid growers.
Oh, yeah.
Changing the names all the time. That's prismatocarpa. And you can see the buds here. They're looking really promising. You can see already the little markings on them. And I think they're not too far away from opening. And oh well, the pot is lovely.
Thank you.
That's one of your holy clay pots for orchids.
Well, this one I bought in Greece last summer. Yeah. And the plant got repotted when Dino was over. We repotted this one, and very soon afterwards then I noticed a spike.
Alright.
So, yeah. So I'm glad I didn't notice the spike before we repotted, because
you wouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's doing great.
Okay, so next one I'm going to talk about is Coelogyne cristata, and this is just at the end of flowering. This is my old Coelogyne cristata, which has a lot of plain white flowers. This plant has been kept in the cold greenhouse and more recently in the hot greenhouse because it's summer, and it's had no shading, which is why it's very yellow in terms of the leaves and that. But yeah, it's doing well, and it'll be joined by the second Coelogyne cristata and the ochraceae this winter.
Alright, because this one is also a cool grower, so it likes cool winter.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So what are you going to show us now?
Dimitri. We've done well, that one in the middle. Because that one, see the buds there? It's actually showing colors already. So I guess that's the red one.
Yeah.
It's the Encyclia, the red one, which is vitellina.
Yes. You know your orchids.
Yes. And that's Majus, the cultivar Majus. Let me put the tag there. Maybe the cameraman can get it. It's a great looking little plant. I mean, you have new root growths everywhere. I don't know if you can pick that, like the green tips there. And yeah, looks quite healthy. The new growth looks certainly really healthy. It's nice how like the new growth has this glaucous quality to the new leaves. It fades to green when they get older, but they're really, yeah, and nice little spike. So far 4 buds, but maybe more to come.
What I love about orchid growers is the details that we notice, like the glaucousness of the new leaves.
Right.
Real gardeners don't bother with that kind of crap because they've just got so much other stuff going on.
Gardeners and plant people are not always the same thing.
Really? Okay, and here we have another Encyclia. This one is called randii, or randii, whatever. And it's first flowering, and
those are fat buds.
Fat buds, yes, fat, exciting buds. And stay tuned, and you will see what these look like when they open.
All right then, to stay in the Encyclia. Well, that's a Euchile, but it used to be Encyclia anyway. And I'm sure it used to be Prosthechea at some point.
I'm sure.
They're all the same. But look at that spike. And you've been growing that one really good because actually the new growth is bigger than the previous pseudobulbs. And well, also the same, that one has a little bit glaucous quality to the new leaves. Which one is it? Sorry, I forgot to
Mariae.
Oh, alright. Yeah, that's the one with the huge white flower, white and green flower,
yes,
isn't it?
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I lost mine. I really like that one. I will get it again. And there is also the other one, Euchile citrina. Have you ever seen that?
No.
It's a really big, really yellow flower, and it's pendulous, and it's also a really nice one. So the Euchiles are 2 on my wish list.
Yeah, it's a flower that non-orchid growers remark upon. I put that up on other forums, the flower and spike.
Yeah.
And people have really liked it. And then have been so disappointed when they learnt it was an orchid. So.
All right.
Okay, right, so second last now, I think. And here we have Lycaste. And this one is a cultivar called Ti Punch, which I bought in France in La Canotte.
Tea like the tea you drink?
No, I think it is a Breton name. T. I can't pull the label out. T-I.
Oh, T-I, yeah, right.
Punch. Because several of the cultivars by that nursery had Breton names, so sounds like a drink. But
well, maybe it's the color of the drink.
Who knows?
Wouldn't you drink something that color? I would.
Okay. Oh, that's because you're a green nerd. This is the second flower spike, and now it's putting up a new growth. And in fact, I'm going to have to repot my Lycastes this year, I think, so I might make a video about that when I get around to it.
What's really, you have to be careful with Lycastes and alikes, because when they go dormant, they leave they lose their leaves, and you have these spines, really hard spines on the top of the pseudobulb that can be quite dangerous when you handle them. Well, try! It's really hard.
Yes, it is.
So you have to be careful with those ones. But I actually like the look of having just pseudobulbs without the leaves, but still green. I mean, that's a really healthy looking one. I mean, the pseudobulbs are really plump.
Yeah, well, we all like plump pseudobulbs, don't we? Yeah.
So that's the last one in flower now. That's the Phalaenopsis. I have to pallens, right? So it's a species one, and you can look at really dainty little flowers with brown markings. But actually, it's funny like how the flowers can vary from one to another. You see this one on the lip? It's almost plain green. As you see on that one here, there is a purple, pink markings. Same on the other spikes, but that one lacks the pink markings.
Right.
Again, details.
Yeah. No, details are very nice, aren't they?
But that's a really, really pretty one, and it stays quite small, I guess. I want to have a few flower species for the green wall, and well, that one convinced me. It's a really nice one. How long have you had?
Not too long. Alberto brought it, so last
Alright.
autumn.
So, Alberto. Maybe link up above to his channel.
Oh, okay.
He's great. He gave me plants too.
Alberto's great.
Yeah. Alright.
Okay, so the last thing I want to talk about now is this plant here.
It's a really nice mounted specimen.
Yeah. So it's Broughtonia, and Negrolescence is the species name, and it's its second flowering. Well, this here is the spike that flowered last year, I guess. And as you can see here, there's a very, 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 very long spike, which had buds on, but unfortunately they blasted, and I cut them in the hope that maybe the spike might branch, because I do see a little kind of node thing there. But anyway, we'll see. So that's a shame, but
already an accomplishment to get it to spike.
Exactly, on a windowsill in Ireland.
Mounted,
when it's supposed to be a fussy plant.
right?
Yeah, we'll take the accolades where we can get them.
All right.
Okay, so that's it really, isn't it? That's our video on orchids in flower and in spike, and just reminding you all again to check out Dimitri's Green Nerd channel and subscribe, and then you'll see lots more video and interesting plant videos and orchid videos and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I really have a lot of ideas, and a lot is coming, but yeah.
Okay. Maybe an
better
orchid
to be
order.
slow and good than to do everything on the same time and have a really poor quality video.
Exactly.
That's what I tell myself at least. Excuses.
Okay. All right. So thanks for watching, and bye for now.
Bye now.